No matter what happens, all life boils down to is a series of choices. You can choose to align yourself with cowards, or you can choose to fight with honor. You can choose to respect former allies, or you can choose to brutalize them as enemies. You can choose to build your own legendary story off the greats from yesterday, or choose to feed off the stars from the future to keep your own legacy intact. Tonight, we will watch as people choose how they will cement themselves in the annals of history. Will they choose to bend the rules, or will they choose to fight with dignity? Tonight, life has come to a crossroads. Tonight, it's time to choose which side of history you are on. Will you be on the side of history that reaps the benefits of victory, or will you be on the side that is bathed in the feeling of misery and defeat? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to choose your side. Welcome to Survivor Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Survivor Series. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, behind the commentary table, and we are live and sold out right here in Los Angeles, California, and I cannot be any more excited for this blockbuster of a pay-per-view. Here we go. And we're kicking it off with a match that is set to send shockwaves throughout the WWE fan base and the people in the back. There you see him, the newest member of the club, the Phenomenal, the man who turned his back on everybody except for three men, being the current number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and the current Universal Champion himself, Finn Balor. AJ Styles, the newest member of the club, and he's set to go up against Finn Balor's last challenger before later on tonight for that Universal Championship. It's going to be AJ Styles versus the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Now, of course, AJ Styles joining the club was shocking enough. Okay, just that revelation of the Phenomenal One turning his back on everybody, turning his back on the fans, turning his back on everybody in the back. AJ Styles joining the club shocked the world. However, the thing that truly also shocked the world, and of course led to this matchup tonight, was how he joined the club. Because you see, it was that man, Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, who was looking to take the Universal Championship away from Finn Balor. Okay, Finn Balor, for the past year, actual calendar year. Okay, Finn Balor joined the club at this very event last year, and then he has ruled the entire roster, both Raw and SmackDown. Okay, winning the World Heavyweight Championship due to the help of Gallows and Anderson, and then retaining his championship over and over again until even creating the Universal Championship that we call Raw's top title. Okay, Finn Balor, he has held that title for a year now, and tonight, Finn Balor will be defending it against Adam Cole. Will he do it successfully? We're going to find that out later on, but right now, Brock Lesnar, he is pissed off at that statement that Finn Balor is still a Universal Champion, and the only reason he's still champion is because AJ Styles cost Brock Lesnar his chance of becoming champion. Okay, because technically, the record books will say Brock Lesnar won that matchup. However, it was due to disqualification, and right now, he's looking to win this matchup as well. It's not going to be a wrestling match, it's going to be a fight. And here we go, Brock Lesnar with the belly-to-belly right out of the gate. He has been rampaging. He has been furious about how AJ Styles attacked him. And right now, oh my god, all of his anger. Here we go, about to be taken out on the Phenomenal One himself with these big punches. This former Octagon Dominator, the Beast himself. Oh, looks to pick up AJ Styles, but there you see AJ Styles gets out of it, hits him with the DDT, the back DDT there, and now AJ Styles, oh wait a second, there you see him. Okay, gaining this new attitude ever since joining the club, deciding to run away from this large issue of Brock Lesnar going to the outside. And now he's challenging Brock Lesnar to join him, and Lesnar does, but immediately AJ Styles perhaps outsmarting the Beast, hitting him with a back suplex, and perhaps this isn't a bad strategy. Okay, perhaps this is not a bad strategy for AJ Styles. Stay away from Brock Lesnar as much as you can. Get in any cheap shots you can, and typically, obviously, I am not really a supporter of these kind of cheap tactics, but when you're facing off against the Beast, I don't know what else you could possibly do to survive, as Brock Lesnar goes outside the ring, as AJ Styles was staring right at Paul Heyman, as Paul Heyman, the advocate of the Beast, now currently the downed Beast, as AJ Styles threw him into that post on the outside here at Survivor Series, and there you see AJ Styles taunting the crowd right now, taunting Brock Lesnar. However, he turned his back on the Beast, and that is not something you want to do, or perhaps it is, as AJ Styles had that well scouted. He went to go for a back suplex, he got out of it, hitting him with the Bulldog, and now hitting him with a running knee strike, and perhaps this is his moment. AJ Styles, I will admit, I'm not a fan of his recent actions. I'm not particularly a fan of his attacks alongside the club on the Undisputed Era, or his attack on Brock Lesnar. But now, hold on, wait a second, going after the leg, going after that leg right there of Brock Lesnar, trying to injure the Beast as he goes for the cover here, and not even a 1 count, even though we've had a few minutes of this matchup that have taken place so far. Not even a 1 count on the Beast, as AJ Styles continues the strikes, and however, oh my god, Brock Lesnar hits him with a furious chop. However, it's AJ Styles outmaneuvering Brock Lesnar right now. Now, obviously, neither of these men, I will say, typically play to the crowd. However, you gotta admit, AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar with the phenomenal forearm by Styles all the way to the outside. You've got to admit that no matter what, this is one hell of an interesting encounter between both men, as that phenomenal forearm connects by the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles. As Heyman watches on the outside, Brock Lesnar gets up. AJ Styles waits for Brock Lesnar to turn around. He has him up on his shoulders, but now it's Lesnar who reverses, and he's got him. Oh god, this isn't going to be good for him. Not going to be good for Styles. German suplex, and now he's trapped. Ladies and gentlemen, start your counters. 1, 2, and a trifecta of German suplexes as AJ Styles, it seems as though he expected to be here at Survivor Series, but he took a bit of a detour to Suplex City. Here you go. Now it's time for that scary raw power by Brock Lesnar, or perhaps not, as AJ Styles, one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet. Okay, he's very quick and he's very technical. He's very intelligent as well inside the confines of those ropes. And AJ Styles, typically, he's very good at just getting away from his opponent, but right now the Beast has him trapped in those punches, in his clutches, pulling on his arm, and now, oh god, here we go, back to the grounded, just strikes the punches now. Oh my god, these brutal elbows right to the forehead. Jesus. AJ Styles just feeling the raw fury of Brock Lesnar, as Lesnar, oh wait a second, throws AJ Styles to the outside. Styles going for some sort of running strike, but instead he just gets sent over the top rope, and now it's Brock Lesnar who has him. Oh, but perhaps not, as AJ Styles has him there, throws him back into the ring. Perhaps seeing this as a bit of an opportunity, throwing him back into the ring. However, Lesnar, oh my god, he gets up, and then a ferocious clothesline by the Beast. As Paul Heyman watches on, AJ Styles. Okay, he was playing, oh wait a second, hold on. I was saying he was playing it smart. Okay, he was doing pretty good. However, Brock Lesnar, now, as soon as he has you in his web like a spider, you can't get out of it. Okay, as Lesnar continues the punishment with the punch right to the head, goes for another one. However, AJ Styles reverses, hits him there with that big, ferocious chop by the phenomenal one, the newest member of the club. And now, oh god, wait a second. Oh, Brock Lesnar drops him there with a powerbomb, and he's not done. As now, look at this, just showcases the, oh my god, the terrifying power of the Beast. He may not show up very often, but when he does, ladies and gentlemen, a big fight feel just gets sent throughout the arena. And Brock Lesnar, you can see right now the freakish ability to dominate any competitor he's in there with. It could be a smaller man like AJ Styles, or it could be a man at the size of the Big Show. It doesn't matter. Brock Lesnar, when entering that ring, he's entering it knowing, not thinking, knowing that he is leaving with a victory. However, perhaps not. Perhaps not. Now, wait a second. AJ Styles has him in the calf crusher. Okay, working over that leg. He did it earlier with the elbows to the leg, and now he's not done. He's got him. Trying to tap out the Beast. Wrenching on the leg. And Brock Lesnar gets out of it, but you gotta think that would have seriously wounded this animal, Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles working over the leg because, of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again right now. If you can't stand, you can't fight, and AJ Styles knows that. Trying to wear down the Beast, and now he's trying to pick him up, putting him on that top turnbuckle here. Remember, this is just the opening moments of this pay-per-view, and it's already been one hell of a show as Brock Lesnar shows off his incredible ability to get out of that situation. Power bomb off the top rope as AJ Styles gets sent into the mat, almost caving in said mat, as now Brock Lesnar, he's just looking at him, he's just playing with him. Oh my god, like a child playing with his food. AJ Styles. Okay, Brock waiting for him to get up before taking him right back down. F5. 1, 2, 3. No, wait a second. AJ Styles gets the shoulder up. Oh my god, perhaps he might have some fight left within him right now. Going after the leg. There you see, kicking him in the leg, and Brock Lesnar falls down. Okay, that leg seriously injured as AJ Styles flies to the outside with a dive, a suicide dive. However, right now, the only man AJ Styles is trying to kill is Brock Lesnar, the Beast. He's trying to kill this aura within him. Okay, he's trying to bring him down to a human level. 1, 2, and like any human, they do have a weak point, and it seems as though Brock Lesnar's weak point are his legs, as AJ Styles tries to tear him down like a human, trying to show that he does have, oh wait a minute, the ability to give up, as right now, AJ Styles trying to make him give up once again. The calf crusher once again. Paul Heyman staring right into the eyes of the phenomenal one, Brock Lesnar. He's got nowhere to go. He's got to somehow get out of this, and this time he does once again with the elbow to the back of the head. He goes for a punch, but AJ Styles continues. Brock Lesnar's legs have seriously been injured here tonight. Okay, the constant punishment on those legs. AJ Styles wearing down the Beast perfectly, and right now, oh god, wait a second, the Beast, he's got him up. F5 again, out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles kicked out. AJ Styles has eaten not just 1, but 2 F5s, and somehow he's still got the fight within him to kick out. He takes him down. Oh wait, but instead he gets a kick right to the head, but you gotta think that kick might have just hurt Brock Lesnar as much as it hurt AJ Styles, as those legs once again have been just absolutely weared down here by Styles, and now I don't know how AJ is fighting, but oh my god, but now he just gets caught there. German suplex by the Beast. It's his signature move, ladies and gentlemen, trademark Suplex City. It's on the t-shirt. However, AJ Styles, it's like a Hulk Hogan encounter with a t-shirt because Brock Lesnar's trying to split him in half, but right now, wait a second, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. AJ Styles tries to get a roll-up victory on Brock Lesnar as, wait a second, Styles connects. Phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3, no, and now it's Lesnar kicking out of the finishing maneuver, this time with the phenomenal forearm. Oh my god, what a fight we are seeing here to kick off Survivor Series. And there you see once again, AJ Styles quick on the attack, going after the leg again, going after the leg of the Beast. And now, oh god, there you see, going after it, oh my god, trying to stretch apart, trying to rip off that damn leg of Brock. As AJ, oh god, stomping on the kneecap. And now stomping down on Brock Lesnar. He ain't done. Going for another kick. This time to the back of the Beast. AJ, I'm not gonna lie. He might actually do this. Brock Lesnar. Wait a second. He gets out of it. The Beast. He ain't done. Goes for a maneuver. AJ Styles strikes back with a headbutt style maneuver in response. Goes for him. Oh, God, but then another kick. Countering that. Hits him with the forearm. And now, oh, wait a second. Lesnar has him up. Oh, you don't want to be there if you're AJ Styles. And a third one. 2, 3. A third F5. Gets the 1, 2, 3 by the referee, but my God. AJ Styles, if anything, showed that he is definitely a hard-working, valuable member of the club. AJ Styles joining the club at the expense of Brock Lesnar, but in the end, Brock Lesnar beats AJ Styles, getting his revenge, but you gotta think Styles, okay, he played that one to the best of his abilities, working over the leg. I guarantee you Brock Lesnar, near the tail end of that, could barely even stand on his own 2 feet. Okay, AJ Styles, he had a game plan going into it, and it was working to perfection. However, out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar made that one last counter to a move by AJ Styles, and in the end, Brock Lesnar beats the Phenomenal One. And there you have him, Brock Lesnar, celebrating the victory alongside Paul Heyman. It's impossible to stop him. But ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles perhaps almost just did it. However, right now, it's Kalisto who is looking to put a stop to Tommaso Ciampa's United States Championship reign. Okay, Kalisto winning in a hard-fought, absolutely brutal ladder match on Monday Night Raw in order to get into this fight against Tommaso Ciampa, winning a #1 contenders ladder match, taking horrible moves. Okay, a powerbomb onto a ladder. Things like a superplex off the top onto a ladder. Things like flying from the top of a ladder at the bottom of the ramp all the way to the floor on the Sin Cara through a table. Kalisto, he stopped at nothing until not only he could get his revenge on his former Lucha Dragons tag team partner, but also gain himself a shot here tonight. But you gotta think, that ladder match caused a lot of punishment for Kalisto. Okay, he cannot be coming into this one 100%. Okay, Kalisto, he is incredibly impressive. Okay, ever since parting ways with Sin Cara, he has shown that he can handle himself as a singles competitor, especially in that ladder match. Okay, hitting a cutter off the top of the ladder onto the floor on Sin Cara before grabbing the briefcase which held that #1 contendership contract to fight here tonight at Survivor Series. However, right now, Tommaso Ciampa, he's looking to expose the potential weakness from that ladder match that Kalisto might have suffered. But Kalisto, he ain't gonna make it look obvious. Kalisto, he knows that he has the speed advantage, he has the agility advantage, he has the acrobatic nature to fly into the United States Championship picture. He wants that title, and by God, he might just get it. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa as well, you gotta think, he's been kind of training for this match for the past few weeks. I mean, if you think about it, of course, Kalisto and Rey Mysterio, very different backgrounds, very similar competitors. And yet, Tommaso Ciampa has been having this on and off again feud for the championship. That United States Championship, okay, at King of the Ring, taking the United States title from Rey Mysterio in a hard-fought victory. And then, a rematch took place between the two, where Rey Mysterio took back his title. And then, of course, Tommaso Ciampa decided, hey, I wanted my rematch. And so right now, Tommaso Ciampa is the United States Champion, and he's had a lot of matches against Rey Mysterio, a very similar competitor to Kalisto. And right now, Kalisto, he's been too busy trying to figure out how to deal with Sin Cara. However, right now, these two men are going to have to be dealing with one another. It's the United States Championship matchup. I don't know how they're going to be able to follow that Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles brawl, but they're going to look to do it. It's the second match of the evening. We've got a lot of high-stakes matchups, including this one, as Ciampa takes him down. Kalisto in the white, red, and green attire. Tommaso Ciampa in his traditional black, gray, and gold. And you gotta think Tommaso Ciampa as well. Oh, look at him. Very cocky, okay? I heard from Tommaso Ciampa in the back that he does not take Kalisto as a serious threat, and that is a big mistake in my opinion, as Kalisto looks to prove my statement to be true. However, Tommaso Ciampa proving his statement correct with that chop to the chest, taking down Kalisto as Kalisto, wait a second, runs at him, but Tommaso Ciampa counters into a neck breaker, and then, oh, what is this? Oh, what the? Oh, come on. This is This is absolutely disrespectful. You're hitting a neck breaker there, and then having and then connecting with a pinfall predicament that, truthfully, was incredibly disrespectful. However, Kalisto obviously did not like what he saw while he was underneath Tommaso Ciampa, as now he's trying to take Ciampa's championship reign down. Goes for a kick. However, Ciampa gets up, but he gets met with a DDT. Kalisto getting a good view of Tommaso Ciampa's marbles here tonight. However, right now this ain't a game of marbles. This ain't a game at all. This is a fight. And we're seeing it right now as Tommaso Ciampa connects. Goes for the cover. Once again, the ref a bit slow. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. The ref a bit slow going into that pinfall predicament. Okay, I don't think he was suspecting a pinfall. However, right now, Kalisto perhaps thinking that he should be suspecting a victory if he continues to fight back. As now, what is this? Oh, flips over into a powerbomb. My God! What a powerbomb by Kalisto to Tommaso Ciampa, sending him into the ground. And now Kalisto bounces off the ropes. Ciampa gets up, and now he's not done there. Immediately back on the attack, flying over the top rope and landing hard on Ciampa. As now Kalisto sends Ciampa back into the ring now. United States Championship matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And the cover, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Tommaso Ciampa, he just gained that championship back only a few weeks ago. And right now, he is not looking to lose it once again against Kalisto. But Kalisto, oh, connecting there, might not be giving him a choice in the matter. 1, 2, 3, no, and only a 2 count there on Ciampa. Okay, Kalisto not allowing Ciampa to gain any sort of momentum, knowing that that ladder match caused so much punishment to his stomach and back. However, right now, Ciampa takes advantage, putting the knees up. Went to go for a 450, did Kalisto, but he just got met with the knees. And now the cutter connection, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. The spin out cutter by Tommaso Ciampa. However, Kalisto, as you just saw, got the shoulder up. Tommaso Ciampa now looking to continue the punishment here on Kalisto, but Kalisto trying to fight back here. As now Kalisto, often overlooked on Monday Night Raw. Even the Lucha Dragons as a pair were typically overlooked. However, right now, he's trying to make himself a star at the expense of Ciampa. As Kalisto continuing now with the punishment, with the strikes. Back and forth, these two men have gone throughout the entire matchup, but right now, Kalisto seems to be gaining the upper hand here. The pendulum is definitely swinging in Kalisto's favor, as now, wait a second, bounces off the ropes. Ciampa reverses the Irish whip, but now instead, Kalisto reverses, hitting him with the Hurricane Rana and connecting. However, Ciampa gets up and connects with a move of his own, the dropkick, and then, oh, look at that, immediately into the punches. Okay, you gotta think that Tommaso Ciampa, at the start of this matchup, much more disrespectful. And right now, of course, overlooking perhaps Kalisto, but right now, Tommaso Ciampa, as you just saw, definitely trying to fight back. Wait a second, Kalisto went to go out of nowhere with the Salida del Sol, but instead, Tommaso Ciampa picks him up off the counter and connects the knees to the back. 1, 2, 3, Project Ciampa connects. And he gets the job done. Sure, Kalisto did not come into this one 100%. Okay, I feel like I have to come to the defense of Kalisto's loss there. But there you see, look at this Tommaso Ciampa. He didn't need to perform disrespectful acts like that, putting his manhood, but it's difficult to call him a man sometimes, his manhood, right into the face of Kalisto. And in the end, you know, Kalisto, he tried his best. He went to go for a Salida del Sol. Tommaso Ciampa countered it into a picture-perfect slam into the mat, and then immediately picked him up into that Project Ciampa. Short and sweet that matchup was, but in the end, even though it might have been short and sweet, Kalisto, he has a bitter taste in his mouth following that loss. And perhaps everybody on Raw feel very similar. As there you see Tommaso Ciampa retaining the United States title. Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, The Undertaker will be in action against that very same man that he claims he respects. It's none other than Aleister Black versus The Undertaker in our main event tonight. However, right now, it's time to turn our attention to the Raw Women's Championship. Now, typically on a pay-per-view event such as this, when I exclaim that sentence, that means we are moving into a Raw Women's title match, but that is just not the case tonight. You see, Nia Jax, the current champion, instead of deciding to defend her title, instead of choosing who she will face off against either Shayna Baszler or Toni Storm, Nia Jax has decided to sit this one out, allow those two women to compete against one another. So right now, instead of Nia Jax defending her championship against one or both of these incredibly gifted athletes, we're going to be watching as Baszler, the submission magician, that woman right there, is set to take on Toni Storm. Okay, of course, Shayna Baszler and Toni Storm have been in a bit of a feud with Nia Jax as of late. Both women trying to battle Nia Jax, attacking her. And there you see Toni Storm right there. One of the main components of the Raw Women's division. Okay, trying to build herself up here on Monday Night Raw. Trying to reinvent herself. And off of that reinvention, trying to gain some success in the title hunt. Okay, Toni Storm, ladies and gentlemen, she has just been on this path of reinvention, okay? She lost her NXT Women's title before being immediately called up to the main roster. She lost against Becky Lynch in the rematch for that NXT Women's title, and ever since then, Toni Storm, she's been kind of floundering in the Raw Women's division. However, she promises that she will become champion. And right now, oh god, Shayna Baszler looking to stop that from happening. Big running knee, one. No, only a one count there. Shayna Baszler, a former champion in her own right. Former SmackDown Women's Champion. Oh god, what is this? Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god! Not again with the stops. Shayna Baszler immediately trying to break the damn arms of Toni Storm. And now, oh god, no, not again, not again, not again. Oh my god! Well, Shayna Baszler, as I was mentioning, a former SmackDown Women's Champion, it's because of her, oh god, her absolutely disgusting antics and kicks to the arms and to the gut, trying to break her opponent's will and physical body, just like how she's trying to do it again, wrenching on the lower spine on the back of Toni Storm. Okay, even though she was a former SmackDown Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, she's going for a submission hold right now, trying to wrench on that lower back of Toni Storm. She has been on the rapid decline ever since going to Monday Night Raw. She hasn't had too much success, or at least as much success as she did. Oh! Leading into WrestleMania as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Okay, she lost it to Ronda Rousey. She tried to gain back a championship when facing off against Asuka, the former Raw Women's Champion. Okay, the champion at the time. However, right now, Shayna Baszler trying to get back into that title hunt, using the ropes to her advantage. And then, oh god, not again with the stomp. My god, trying to just break the shoulder. And now there you see, definitely Shayna Baszler is realizing that, ladies and gentlemen, that arm, the arms of Toni Storm are a massive target for her, okay? A common game plan you see when Shayna Baszler competes inside the squared circle is to focus on the arms of her opponents. Okay, in MMA, she is well known for her submission game, and right now, Toni Storm, she's well known for her strikes, and she's looking to lay in a few on Shayna Baszler. As Toni Storm now seems to have something in mind, throwing her to the outside here. Here at Survivor Series, Toni Storm revving it up. Oh god, but nobody home! Okay, they call it high risk, high reward. However, ladies and gentlemen, as you just saw, there's a reason why high risk was in that sentence before high reward, and perhaps the reward is going to Baszler too? No, and only a 2 count there. Okay, Toni Storm trying to finally gain some sort of an edge here on this matchup, and instead, it's just her who's feeling the edge of the apron as she crashes down onto the mat on the outside. And now, oh, wait a second, not again with the stomp to the arm. Perhaps, indeed, this is a smart strategy. Okay, if you're trying to pin your opponent, you want to make sure that their shoulders are to the mat. And if Toni Storm doesn't have the strength to lift up her arms, perhaps this could lead to an easy victory for Shayna Baszler. However, Baszler right now, the woman in the green, white, and black attire, looking to continue the punishment. And then, oh wait, perhaps she's just looking to show off her cockiness there. Goes for a kick. However, she reverses. Toni Storm does. The woman in the purple and black attire now, oh, connecting with that chop right to the chest. And this may be her opening. As Shayna Baszler, there you see, going right back after the arm. Exactly what she needs to do, trying to slow down the pace. However, Toni Storm, she still has the other arm free, trying to fight back. Goes for a kick to the gut. However, instead she just gets pushed down into the mat. Goes for a clothesline, does Toni Storm. However, Baszler ducks it. And now, oh, wait a second. Here we go, Baszler. She's got her now. Another submission hold applied. The submission magician, they call her that for a reason. Trying to tap out, trying to choke the life out of Toni Storm here. Nia Jax, you might be looking at your opponent, or perhaps not. Of course, opponent at a future date as Shayna Baszler. Here we go, continuing the fight. Toni Storm seems to have something in mind, throwing her to the outside again. We just saw Toni Storm try to do this a few moments ago. Perhaps this time it'll land, and it does! Running drop kick to the outside there, picture perfect. And now, oh, Toni Storm realizing that she has to show off a bit more savagery in this one. Using the outside to her advantage. Oh god, and there you see the head of Shayna Baszler bouncing off the barricade here at Survivor Series. As Toni Storm leading the charge right now in this one. The attention is fully on her here, and another drop kick, this time off the top turnbuckle. And the cover now, Toni Storm, the next challenger for Jack's title. No, only a 2 count. As Shayna Baszler gets up pretty quickly there, following that drop kick, the missile drop kick. However, right now it's Shayna Baszler with the explosive strikes. Okay, each one like a missile to the face. However, oh, she goes for a running knee once again, perhaps. But Toni Storm counters it there, turns it around to a DDT. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. An impressive acrobatic way to lead into that DDT. However, it didn't get the job done. As Shayna Baszler gets up, however, here we go with those strikes. Those strikes right to the face, right to the gut. However, now it's Toni Storm who's striking back now and has an idea for her there, dropping her knees first right on the gut of Shayna Baszler. Okay, lifting her up and using that momentum. And then, oh god, speaking of momentum, it seems as though that's what Toni Storm is building for herself, using those knees to the face right there that time. However, now Shayna Baszler goes for a kick. Toni Storm goes for a kick of her own. And now, wait a second, once again has her. The submission magician. Perhaps going for, here we go, another submission hold. Just wrenching here tonight on the head and neck area of Toni Storm. She's got nowhere to go. Middle of the ring. Will she be able to get out of it here? Not entirely sure. Oh, wait a second. As, oh, Shayna Baszler gets sent into the mat that time. Toni Storm once again getting out of that guillotine submission. However, right now, oh god, goes for a headbutt, but instead she just gets met with a European uppercut. And then gets turned around here. And Shayna Baszler kicks her in the gut. No, god, wait a second. Wait a second. There we go, connecting. Connecting there with the clutch. She's got nowhere to go. Toni Storm's is trapped. She's trapped here tonight. Baszler trying to tap out Toni Storm. However, wait a second. Turns into a cover here. 1, 2, 3, and she does it. Toni Storm, the last possible second. Okay, Shayna Baszler absolutely devastating offense throughout this entire matchup. Okay, Toni Storm, sure, she had a few moments of a few brief moments of momentum on her side. However, in the end, Shayna Baszler loses this one. However, if I was Shayna Baszler, I'd be arguing to the referee. I would be pissed off. I would be angry at that loss because, to be honest, Toni Storm, it's hard to argue that she beat Shayna Baszler, okay? Turning the clutch into a pinfall predicament here you see in the reversal. But either way, though, Toni Storm, she's got a date set for Destiny. She's going on to face off against the irresistible force herself, Nia Jax. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to turn our attention back to SmackDown. And if you want to talk about unstoppable forces, well, you have to start looking towards these 3 individuals, the former members of the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, Rowan, and Harper. It's a handicap match. It's Bray Wyatt's debut fight as the Bludgeon Brothers look to put Bray Wyatt behind them. Okay, now how did we get here? Well, ladies and gentlemen, obviously you know the history of the Wyatt family. Entering WWE, absolutely dominating everybody. A weird and yet intriguing act, I will argue. However, always devastating. These 3 men were a unit that were thick as thieves. Okay, however, the Bludgeon Brothers decided to leave the Wyatt family at WrestleMania. Okay, after their tag team championship loss, it seems as though the 3 parties went their separate ways. Harper and Rowan as a devastating tag team, the Bludgeon Brothers. And of course, Bray Wyatt with this new children's talk show, I guess. Sure, called the Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt decided to reinvent himself. Harper and Rowan reinventing themselves as well. However, it seems as though, for a brief moment, the Wyatt family were put back together. Just for a brief moment, because as you see, Harper and Rowan were, I'm still not entirely sure why. They don't really seem to know why. Bray Wyatt has no explanation either. They were there at the Hardy compound, saving Bray Wyatt and the Fiend from being, quote, deleted or eradicated from existence. Okay, and we saw them in their old Wyatt family gear, and right now the Bludgeon Brothers, they're trying to put that Wyatt gear, that old Wyatt family memory behind them. Well, even though the Bludgeon Brothers want to put Bray Wyatt behind them, I don't know if they're going to be able to when facing off. What the? Wait, hold on. Before I can even talk, is that Bray Wyatt's head on a lantern? I don't know. I mean, we've briefly met, only a few times, briefly met the deranged and chaotic psyche of the Fiend. Okay, this inner demon within Bray Wyatt, as he's even calling it, a monster within him. And yet the Bludgeon Brothers, that's who they wanted to fight. Okay, in the most recent episode of SmackDown, they wanted this matchup. This is the Fiend's first ever in-ring matchup, and judging by his past experiences thus far that we've been witness to, I mean, a dismembered head of Bray Wyatt with smoke coming out of it, I think that says a lot already about that thing. That thing that the Bludgeon Brothers are fighting. As Wyatt, there you see, walks into the. I mean, I keep saying Bray Wyatt. I don't even know if that. Can you even describe that as Bray Wyatt? I mean, we've seen Bray Wyatt on the Firefly Funhouse. We've seen him during his time in the Wyatt family with Harper and Rowan, but the Fiend, it is an entirely different thing. I mean, sure, we saw the Fiend on a few episodes of SmackDown ago, okay, giving Harper and Rowan a bit of a costume change, you could say, one that reminds them of their old Wyatt family attire. Perhaps the Fiend is trying to make his own Wyatt family. I'm not entirely sure, and it seems like nobody is truly sure about exactly what the Fiend is. However, right now, Harper and Rowan have to deal with it nonetheless, as the bell rings and immediately a headbutt. Oh god. Oh god, and then another sickening headbutt as the skulls collide between these two. Well, again, I can't even call them men. The Fiend now, absolute savagery with these strikes on Rowan. Okay, and then just shaking his head viciously, violently when facing off against Rowan. However, Harper now trying to gain some sort of an edge here in this match against the Fiend. And you would think typically in a 2-on-1 situation, the man who stands alone, oh my god, with that headbutt again. The man who stands alone would typically be at a disadvantage, but right now it seems as though he's absolutely decimating the Bludgeon Brothers. Oh god, as Rowan gets taken down. Of course, the Bludgeon Brothers, two big behemoths in their own right. Sister Abigail, by this Fiend connecting. Another callback, of course, to the Wyatt family. Is now. Oh my god! Whipping Rowan's head and neck. My god, as Harper. Oh god, there you see that vicious claw that he's used so frequently on people like Matt and Jeff Hardy. Seems as though he's deciding to use it on his former disciples here. And here we go again with this claw. Just like that. Just like that, the Fiend decimating not one but two incredibly dangerous and hard-fighting competitors here in WWE. Harper and Rowan. I mean, sure, Harper had a few good punches in on the Fiend, but it didn't even affect him. The Fiend, I don't know if you can defeat him. I think we now realize why Bray Wyatt is so deathly scared of this thing. This monster within him. This demon that confines within Bray Wyatt. I don't know if anybody could ever truly eradicate the Fiend. Well, either way, though, as you just saw, the Fiend, I don't. This crowd, alongside myself, are in a stunned silence. I don't know what to say. Truthfully, the WWE has just been given a situation with the Fiend that I don't know if we were ever prepared for. However, backstage, you see Bayley preparing for a match against Ember Moon, and it seems as though Sasha Banks, the woman who lost to Bayley a few weeks ago in a number one contenders match to fight later on tonight, seemingly having a few words with Bayley right now. Backstage, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Sasha Banks and Bayley, however, seem to be having a few choice words, perhaps, a few interesting glances. However, somehow, as this crowd, I alongside myself, still have no idea what to make of the Fiend situation. All we know is that Harper and Rowan, they're no longer in the ring. As Gallows and Anderson, another incredible tag team, this time from Monday Night Raw, make their way to that very same ring. And honestly, if I was them, I'd be cautious to enter it after what we just saw. However, they're scheduled for a matchup right now. It's Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They are the challengers. Okay, just like how Adam Cole is going to be the challenger for Finn Balor's Universal Championship, it's those two men, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson of the Club, challenging for the Undisputed Era's Raw Tag Team titles. As now Gallows, the incredibly powerful, stands there with the incredible technician of Carl Anderson to take on those guys. Two incredible technicians in their own right, very hard hitting. They have dominated the Raw Tag Team scene. The first ever Raw Tag Team champions were the War Raiders. However, in not one but two separate times, they were on the losing end to those two men right there. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Now, of course, Roderick Strong, not here tonight, following not one, not two, but a trifecta of 1916s by Finn Balor on the last edition of Monday Night Raw. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they know how dangerous the Club are. However, right now, they have to know how dangerous Gallows and Anderson are. It is the unorthodox power and speed combination of Gallows and Anderson versus the all-incredible champions, the technical Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Okay, clash of styles here tonight, unlike a Styles clash, one that AJ Styles was unable to hit earlier on tonight against Brock Lesnar. We know that Brock Lesnar beat AJ Styles. That's already one man as a part of the Club, one member of the Club who have suffered defeat. Will Gallows and Anderson follow in that trend, or will Kyle and Bobby Fish lose those almighty Raw Tag Team Championships? Well, there's only one way to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Survivor Series set to continue. I have to stop talking in such a somber and honestly frightened tone, because right now it's time for a fight. As the bell rings, and Bobby Fish getting a few good shots in, and then turns his attention into that technical advantage that he has over Luke Gallows. Okay, that's exactly what Fish and O'Reilly need to do. They have to wear down both competitors. They know the advantages, they know the disadvantages. Carl Anderson has an incredible amount of speed and technical ability in his own right. However, in my opinion, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they are MMA submission specialists And they know that coming into this matchup, that they have that advantage. However, right now, Luke Gallows showing that he has the strength advantage. Bounces him off the ropes and then, oh my god, launching him into the air. Sending Bobby Fish down into the mat as he sends a fist right to the chin of Bobby. And now here we go, Bobby Fish. Not looking so good. Being sent all the way up into the air before crashing down, landing hard, and it seems as though Gallows and Anderson taking advantage with the strikes. Big bicycle kick before the size of Gallows is being used to their advantage. Taking down Bobby Fish. And now what is this? Not entirely sure. Carl Anderson. Oh, connecting with a boot right to the stomach. Okay, Gallows and Anderson coming in here with the black and white attire. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly with the blue and black. However, right now, Carl Anderson looking to continue the pressure, but now it's Luke Gallows deciding to make the tag. A quick tag before Bobby Fish gets one last shot on Anderson, and now he turns his attention back to Gallows. However, Gallows, there you see, with a kick right to the back of the knee. And then the power advantage again being put on display with that massive back suplex. Okay, this is a high-stakes Raw Tag Team Championship matchup. The only tag team titles that are on the line tonight, the SmackDown Tag Team titles, will, of course, be defended at a later date, as the Bar is set to take on EC3 and Jackson Riker, as Kyle O'Reilly watches on. Carl Anderson gets thrown towards him, but he bounces off the ropes. Bobby Fish catching him there, dropping him onto the knee, back first, with a bit of a backbreaker now. As now, he sends him into the corner. And now here we go. Looks like they're going for some trademark Undisputed Era tag team offense. The DDT into that huge whip into the mat. As Carl Anderson now feeling the horrible taste of the mat there following that DDT. And now perhaps he might just taste defeat if Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly can continue this pressure on Carl Anderson. Oh, with the double kick there by Fish and Kyle. However, right now, oh wait, Carl Anderson goes for a running kick, but instead he just gets met with the discus forearm shot right to the face. It's Bobby Fish right now, the legal man, going up against the other legal man, Carl Anderson, and then lifts him up and takes him down there, using his power before using his fist to take the all-powerful in his own right Luke Gallows down before Carl Anderson gets that big kick there. The cover 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. The spinning heel kick right to the chin. Okay, Luke Gallows was down. Bobby Fish thought perhaps that he had the victory here tonight on behalf of the Undisputed Era. Of course, you got to remember, Adam Cole will also be competing on behalf of the Undisputed Era. Wait a second. Well, it looked like he was going to go for that big setup that typically turns into his knee bar. However, right now, he's still fighting against Carl Anderson as the Anderson Cutter connects, taking down Kyle. The Anderson Cutter out of nowhere. The cover on Fish. We have new champs. 1, 2, 3. No, and only a 2 count. And Anderson Cutter out of nowhere. Sure, Bobby Fish hasn't taken too much damage throughout the course of this matchup. However, if the referee's hand reached the count of 3, we could have had new champions, as Bobby Fish, he is not looking to let that happen. Taking big Luke Gallows down with a back suplex, still trying to fight here, as Gallows gets up, and he gets a big elbow for his troubles, does Bobby Fish. As right now, here we go, back and forth with the strikes, kick right to the gut, and then a punch for good measure. And now here we go, Bobby Fish looking to continue the pressure with that running knee to the gut. Okay, that Anderson Cutter perhaps being the turning point in the mind of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, but right now, Bobby Fish, sure, he might have just taken that devastating cutter, but in the end, makes the tag, and the tag team match continues with the Undisputed Era seemingly having the edge, turning it into a suplex there on Big LG himself. And now, oh wait a second, here we go, Kyle O'Reilly, here we go with the boots, trying to cave in the chest of the big man. And now he goes for another kick, but now it's this time Gallows who gets up. As Kyle O'Reilly, okay, do not underestimate Kyle O'Reilly. Look at that brain Buster, devastating, and the cover turns it into the pin. 1, 2. No, but there you see Karl Anderson breaking up the count as Kyle O'Reilly continues the pressure on Gallows. However, Bobby Fish behind Karl Anderson lands there with that huge back suplex. And always second Kyle going for a roll-up. But Gallows gets the shoulder up before Bobby Fish sends Karl Anderson flying to the outside. As Kyle now throws Gallows into the corner. Seems to have something in mind here. Oh, yes, they do. Here we go. Oh, connects! Connects with the leg sweep knee combination. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. That same combination that have won them a plethora of matches before. However, it did not win here tonight. At least not yet anyways, as Bobby Fish is the legal man. He is looking to continue the fight against Luke Gallows. Throwing him into the corner now. Gallows is not looking so hot right now. Okay, as now once again that trademark Undisputed Era offense. The DDT. And then there you guessed it. Bam! Whipping him into the mat. As Gallows needs to make a tag here with that running shoulder tackle connecting. And now, using his size and speed here tonight, runs towards this corner, and here we go. Karl Anderson off the hot tag, running into the ring. However, right now, Kyle O'Reilly stops him dead in his tracks, turns it into a suplex there. Picture perfect snap suplex. As right now, there you see once again Kyle O'Reilly just absolutely laying in those kicks, trying to cave in the chest of Anderson. However, Anderson gets up. And now back and forth, these two men with the strikes. Here we go. Karl Anderson has him on the ropes. But there you see Kyle O'Reilly reverses. But now it's Anderson who reverses the kick. Back and forth, the strikes. However, Karl Anderson out of nowhere. Another Anderson cutter. Another Anderson cutter. 1, 2, 3. No, and he gets the shoulder up, and Karl Anderson cannot freaking believe it. And now Anderson, deciding to take out some frustration here tonight on Bobby Fish, taking him off the apron. But perhaps Karl Anderson realized that this could be his moment. However, Kyle O'Reilly with a massive discus forearm shot before taking down Gallows. And now here we go. He's got something in mind. Kick right to the stomach. As now, oh god, wait a second. Another brainbuster perhaps. Suplex position turns into that brainbuster there. The cover. 1, 2. No, and again, only a 2 count. These teams stopping at nothing in order to get that championship. Okay, trying to retain or gain the Raw Tag Team titles. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, there's this underlying tension between... Oh, wait a second! 1, 2... No, and now it's Gallows who saves Anderson, but there you see Bobby Fish with a massive boot right to the side of the head as soon as he tries to get up, and Kyle O'Reilly continues the fight. As now he throws him into the corner, and then a punch in the back of the head as he bounced off of it. And now, wait a second, Anderson, he is not looking too good. Another suplex position. Oh, connecting with a kick there for good measure by Bobby Fish. I don't know how this matchup is continuing, ladies and gentlemen, and perhaps it wouldn't be if Luke Gallows didn't run into the ring to save that pinfall, to save that attempt for the club, as now there you see another spinning heel kick. Once again, right to the face of Anderson. As this tag team match continues on, these two teams that have been warring, the Undisputed Era and the club, over the past few weeks, fighting everywhere throughout every arena that we've gone to, backstage, in the ring, you name it. As right now, wait a second. Bobby Fish runs to the outside, taking down Gallows as he tries to get up, realizing this could be their moment. He has him here. Bobby Fish sends Anderson to the corner. Big kick right to the knee. And now makes the tag. This could be their moment here. And he connects with that leg sweep knee combination. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. The Undisputed Era get the job done, just as Luke Gallows tries to run back into the ring following that devastating back suplex onto the floor. But in the end, Karl Anderson, okay, the definite Iron Man, you could say, throughout this entire matchup, okay, fighting on behalf of the club throughout the entire fight. However, Kyle and Fish decided to take advantage of that, absolutely damaging him throughout the entire course of the fight. But in the end, Gallows and Anderson fall. We still have the Undisputed Era as the Raw Tag Team Champions. And perhaps after tonight, the Undisputed Era might also lay claim to the Universal Championship. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. From Monday Night Raw, Gallows and Anderson are defeated by Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. However, ladies and gentlemen, we must turn our attention once again back to SmackDown, to a feud that has been building and building ever since WrestleMania, all the way through Money in the Bank, through SummerSlam, to tonight here at Survivor Series. Okay, there's so much history between these two men, and it's about to all explode within the confines of a steel cage. EC3 versus Drew McIntyre. And there you see him, EC3. Okay, the always entitled, the always cowardly, yet don't underestimate him because he is always dangerous. EC3 is coming into this one with a lot on his mind. Okay, sure, this is going to be a fight between these two men that have been, that's just been building and building and building. Constant attacks, constant punishment on Drew McIntyre. And right now, these two men are going to add another flavor of punishment as they are going to be surrounded with a solid steel cage. Okay, EC3, there you see him entering the ring, okay? Unlike him to come out with knee and elbow pads, however, there you see he's prepped for a fight. And he knows that's exactly what he's going to be getting out of Drew McIntyre. EC3, okay, he has poked the bear for far too long, and it seems as though McIntyre's finally going to be able to get his chance to bite the head off of this entitled, and don't let Jackson Riker hear this, but this entitled prick. And Jackson Riker, he is nowhere in sight because he understands this is a steel cage match, so does EC3. Right now, EC3, he's there, he's standing in the ring, he's waiting for this fight that has been building and building and building up until this moment, and right now it's all gonna crumble down. But who will feel the terrible taste of defeat? Will it be EC3, as that man Drew McIntyre looks to absolutely demolish him, rip him apart piece by piece, the man who was suspended by General Manager Edge due to the outburst of Drew McIntyre attacking a referee? Because EC3, remember, EC3, he's constantly tried to pick apart any sort of chance for Drew McIntyre to be named WWE Champion, to the point where it once again boiled over, but this time past the feud, where when Drew McIntyre and EC3 were set for a King of the Ring tournament matchup, EC3 ran right outside the ring, had Jackson Riker punch him in the face, and as such, EC3 won by disqualification. Drew McIntyre took his frustrations out on a referee, and as such, Drew McIntyre, he was suspended, and I believe that's probably when Edge realized, you know what, this is not going to end until one of these two men falls for good. So let's have this potential nuclear explosion be contained within a steel cage. Drew McIntyre in the blue, EC3 in the red. Here we go as EC3 right out of the gate. EC3, oh, there you see EC3, of course, a very cowardly individual trying to leave. Oh! And there you see connecting with the boot, and oh my god, then he just falls down hard onto the mat. EC3 trying to escape the punishment, but I don't think Drew McIntyre is going to let him escape, or at least he's going to have to try his damnedest to as he goes for another running knee. However, this time Drew McIntyre catches him, picks him up, but EC3 takes him down with a backwards DDT. And of course, this is a steel cage match. You can win by pinfall, submission, or by escaping the cage, so you over the top or through the door. That's why the official is outside of the steel cage, but he cannot enter the ring no matter what. As EC3, oh god. Oh god, EC3 from the top turnbuckle crashing down as he tried to escape the cage. Okay, of course, I was mentioning it before. The referee on the outside, ready to open that door whenever one of these two men decide to leave. Or, of course, you can climb over the top. However, right now, Drew McIntyre ducks underneath. But now he went for a maneuver there. However, both men colliding in the middle of the ring. However, now, wait a second, EC3 going for a cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. Trying to go for a quick roll-up victory here tonight. But Drew McIntyre gets out of it. Just like how he got out of that potential clothesline by EC3. Turns it into a flurry of strikes. And you gotta think McIntyre. You gotta think he absolutely loves this. Okay, he's not a man to typically smile, but something tells me he is loving. He is incredibly joyful right now about just the absolute punishment he's finally able to give to EC3. Oh my god, off of that cage. Picking him up and then immediately sending him crashing into the steel after, oh my god, a reverse Alabama slam. And Drew McIntyre, there you see, it's all over his face. He is fired up. However, EC3 remembering that this is a fight and he can somehow, some way, win this fight. But there you see, not if Drew McIntyre continues with the incredibly rough strike. Oh my god, and then just throwing him into the steel again. Just the raw power being put on display, launching him there. Okay, Drew McIntyre obviously has the size and strength advantage. EC3, someone call even more intelligent, but look at this. I don't know if EC3's intelligence can get him out of this absolute punishment here with the punches, as now he throws him across the ring. Here at Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, this is a steel cage matchup as he puts him up on the top turnbuckle, but EC3 somehow fights out of it. Oh, but instead he gets met with a clothesline. Oh, and then a punch there, turns into an enziguri. And this might be his one chance at victory, trying to tell the referee to open the goddamn door. However, Drew McIntyre gets up and EC3 turns around. Oh, into a kick right to the gut of Drew McIntyre, and then a knee. However, as you see right there, Drew McIntyre falling right in front of the door. But still, EC3 once again trying to tell the official, hey, open the damn door. However, McIntyre gets up into another strike on EC3 as EC3 now with the strike of his own, sending him into the corner, and then an exploding suplex there, an exploder, as EC3 is just somehow trying to survive this fight with Drew McIntyre, and he's doing a good job of it as of this moment. However, perhaps not for very long, as McIntyre throws him across the ring. Oh, but once again, EC3 gets out of that position, but now it's Drew McIntyre who has him there, pushes him into the corner with that punch to the gut. Now the chop to the chest. However, he reversed the second one, throwing him into the corner now. EC3 has something in mind, perhaps. Picking up the big man, Drew McIntyre. Okay, a lot of people overlook the sheer size and height factor that Drew McIntyre has. However, EC3 realizing the old saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. With a huge power slam off the top turnbuckle. As now there you see EC3 taking advantage, trying to climb, trying to get out of the steel cage, trying to get out of this terrible beatdown that Drew McIntyre is looking to bestow upon him. As EC3 climbs to the top, Drew McIntyre looking to join him. EC3, he's up at the top now. Oh, but instead, he's getting these punches by Drew McIntyre, who's slowly but surely pulling him back down. And now I'm not entirely sure what this is. Oh my god, bounces his head off of the steel cage, and then again for good measure, but for falling all the way down off the top rope, back onto the mat. Now Drew McIntyre is in the corner. He seems to have something in mind here, calling upon it right now. Oh, and he connects, taking him down there. The Claymore just blowing up all over the face of EC3, and Drew McIntyre, oh, look at this. He just wants to dish out even more punishment. He will not stop until EC3 feels the pain, all of the pain that Drew McIntyre has had emotionally and physically since WrestleMania, all those months of build. McIntyre, he's trying to decimate him for good. However, right now, EC3, oh, wait a second. He picks him up and takes him down. He takes him down with that 1% finishing hold. Okay, the TKO, and it seems as though Drew McIntyre might just be knocked out. Okay, he's got him down now. EC3 realizing this might be his one true chance at surviving. As now he's trying to go to the outside. However, Drew McIntyre right now, there you see, trying to pull him back in. Trying to make sure he can't leave the cage. EC3, he's trying to escape the clutches of McIntyre. But there you see McIntyre again, throwing him into the mat. As now, oh God, while he's on the mat, he thinks to himself, why not just stomp on the face? And now, wait a second, EC3 has him down. And then once again, a cover, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count again. As now he goes for a slap to the chest. However, Drew McIntyre reverses, and now with the punches. This fight is continuing on, ladies and gentlemen. Huge, high-stakes battle for both men. They want to prove who's better, and both men want to get their respective revenge on each other. Okay, a lot of bad blood between these two. As right now, EC3 continues the fight, throwing him across the ring. EC3, however, always again being met with an Irish whip of his own by Drew McIntyre, and now one again throwing him across the ring. And now Drew McIntyre, hey, why not? Oh, throw him again with that raw power suplex before just tossing EC3. However, McIntyre goes for a kick. EC3 gets up, however, but he gets met. Oh God, with a vicious headbutt. The skulls colliding, and it seems as though Drew McIntyre has something in mind right now. Perhaps calling upon it. McIntyre, he's waiting for him here in the Claymore, again connecting a second one. 2, 3, Drew McIntyre. Inside the confines of a steel cage in this fight, finally getting his revenge on EC3. And my God, what a fight for both men. Okay, EC3 hitting everything he could possibly have in his arsenal. Okay, throwing him into the corner with that exploding suplex, this power slam off the top, of course, his finishing TKO, but of course, not 1, but 2 Claymores by Drew McIntyre. Gets the job done here in the steel cage war. And now finally, after all the build-up into this matchup, Drew McIntyre finally does it. He finally gets his revenge on EC3. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, proving why no one should step in his way. However, right now, ladies and gentlemen, backstage there, you see him, Aleister Black. He is gearing up because he is going to be stepping into the way of the Undertaker. Okay, stepping in that ring against the dead man, still to come. Big time main event. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to turn our attention to some women's action. The SmackDown Women's Title is going to be on the line as Bayley, the woman who was seen earlier tonight. Oh. Well, okay then. Well, as I was just mentioning, Bayley, the woman who was seen earlier tonight talking to the boss, Sasha Banks, is set to go one-on-one with Ember Moon, and it seems that Sasha Banks is coming out here to join Bayley. I mean, sure, we all know that these two women are great friends backstage. However, of course, those two have come to blows because Bayley and Sasha Banks were in a #1 contenders match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Obviously, however, you can see that they're still good friends. Sasha Banks coming out here in support of Bayley, even after losing to Bayley, losing her chance to fight here tonight for the SmackDown Women's title, and hell, even losing to Ember Moon on SmackDown before tonight's show. After all that, it seems though Sasha Banks is still coming out here to support her good friend Bayley. And perhaps she's going to need that support as Bayley is going up against one of the fiercest strikers on SmackDown, not just in the women's division, but in any division. She's going up against Ember Moon. Okay, she's the SmackDown Women's Champion for a reason. She beat Ronda Rousey to become champion at SummerSlam for a reason. She's held that belt for a few months for a reason. It's because she is very dangerous. Her strikes are even more so. Okay, Ember Moon coming into this one with a lot of advantages. However, Bayley doing the same thing. Bayley, you could argue, has the technical advantage coming into this one, as Ember Moon has the striking and speed advantage. However, earlier on tonight, we saw a tag team match with a very similar lineup of attributes from both parties. Okay, we saw Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows come into this one, more known for their speed and power combination. However, they were to lose to the also technical Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Tonight, it's once again a combination of power and speed on behalf of Ember Moon versus the technical and the hell of a lot of heart within Bayley. Okay, both women have a lot of fight within them. And right now, it's for the SmackDown Women's title. This means everything to both ladies. And I can't wait to see what happens, as Sasha Banks stands oddly at ringside, and the referee holds up the championship. Bayley, Ember Moon, no hatred between either women. This is about competition. Here we go. Bayley in the black, red, blue, and yellow attire. Ember Moon in the purple and green, and also a little bit of black as well. As both women starting off here tonight. Ember Moon having the technical, seemingly advantage in that one in this exchange. However, Bayley with her own furious strikes. Okay, Ember Moon kind of winning this chain grappling session between both women. However, right now Bayley showing some ferocious strikes with the knees to the gut. Very odd of her. She's not one to typically just lay out some strikes unless, of course, she gets hit. Okay, she's a woman that she doesn't strike first, but if she gets hit, she's going to hit you back, and it's going to be hard. However, right now, Bayley with the knees to the gut. Okay, it's all important here tonight, of course. It's for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The top prize here on SmackDown for the female competitors. As now Bayley, look at this! Ramming her head into the back, or ramming the back of her head into the mat, sorry. As now, with the elbow right to the, with the elbow right to the knee, and then a forearm shot right to Ember Moon. Bayley, a bit of a mean streak here tonight, and some people will say they like it. I can't say I don't like watching it, as now a clothesline connects by Ember Moon, sending Bayley to the outside now, away from Sasha Banks. Perhaps a smart strategy here. As now, wait a second. And a dive right there on the Bayley. But of course, you gotta remember Sasha Banks still watching this one, oddly enough. Not entirely sure why. Of course, coming out here in the red jacket. However, either way, though, these two women are looking to make red perhaps pour out of each other's bodies, all for a chance to be named SmackDown Women's Champion. Okay, Ember Moon, the current champion. Bayley, the challenger, of course. That's right now. Ember Moon with the strikes. However, instead, Bayley with a strike of her own. But she gets a big forearm for her troubles here. And there you see Ember Moon feeling it here tonight. Screaming out towards the crowd. The roar of fury that is constantly built up within Ember Moon as a suplex connects. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. Arm trap suplex, however. Only a 2 count as Ember Moon. Here we go. Of course, this is perhaps a bit jarring to some of you. These two women don't particularly hate each other. Quite like our last match in that steel cage between McIntyre and EC3. Absolutely brutal war as these two women are battling it out here tonight for the championship. As Bayley now, goes for some sort of maneuver, but Ember Moon strikes back, and here we go with the forearms over and over again. And now the kick, and another one, and a trifecta there. Those signature Ember Moon style kicks. Having a few choice words there. As she goes, suplex perhaps back into the ring. Bayley, however, counters it. Face first goes the champion. And Bayley now, perhaps seeing this as an opportunity. With an elbow drop connecting. Picture perfect there. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. As the challenger goes for another kick. However, now, Ember Moon wants to go for a running kick of her own, but Bayley had that well scouted, pushing her into the mat before pushing her into the corner. And now, wait a second, Bayley, sends Ember Moon right into the corner there. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. You also got to think Ember Moon had one hell of a fight against the very woman standing on the outside, Sasha Banks, just on the last episode of SmackDown. As Ember Moon may be coming into this one not 100%. However, right now, Ember Moon, she's still fighting, throwing Bayley into the corner. And now, wait a second with the roundabout clothesline connecting. And now, this could be her moment here. Ember Moon looking to finish off the matchup. As now, oh, wait a second. Ember Moon staring down at Sasha Banks. Seems to have some choice words. A bit of a distraction, perhaps. However, right now, Bayley taking advantage. Bayley taking advantage. Hurricane Rana off the top of the Frankensteiner. Bayley taking advantage. 1, 2. We have a new champion, or perhaps not. Ember Moon typically following that roundabout clothesline into the corner on her opponent. She typically hits the Eclipse. However, this time, Bayley got up. And now, wait a second, connects with the Bayley to belly. The Bayley to belly. 1, 2, 3. No, and only a 2 count again. And Bayley can't believe it. Following a huge Hurricane Rana off the top turnbuckle. And following a Bayley to belly, she still doesn't get the job done. And now she's looking to add a bit more punishment. Oh, with that knee right to the face. Oh God, another one for good measure. Flying into the air, then coming down hard right on the face of the champion. However, there you see Ember Moon getting out of that positioning. Pushes her to the mat. And tries to push her own forearm into the face of Bayley. However, Bayley goes for a forearm of her own as these two women are battling. Here we go. Oh, with the kick right to the stomach by the champion. The crowd watching on. This is going to be one hell of a fight, ladies and gentlemen, as it continues on. Bayley and Ember Moon battling. Bayley getting sent into the corner. And oh, wait a second. Well, the ref is down, ladies and gentlemen. Bayley, I believe, pulling the referee in her way. I don't know if she pulled her in. I don't know if she pulled him into the way or what. However, right now, this fight is continuing with the referee down. Ember Moon takes down Bayley, and now, oh, wait a second. There you see Sasha Banks with the steel chair, staring down the champion, and then wait. No, wait. Sasha Banks. Oh gosh, she seems. Oh God, Bayley, don't get up. Bayley, don't get up. Bayley, oh my God, what the hell? And another one. What in the hell just happened? Sasha Banks laying out the champion. And there you see people definitely not fond of this. I don't know what to say. As Bayley now picking up Ember Moon. And another Bayley to belly. 1, 2, 3, and she's done it. Why? Why did Sasha Banks just help Bayley? She took advantage of the referee being down, hitting Ember Moon right in the face with a steel chair. And Bayley's now the SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't know what to say. I don't think any of these people know what to say either. Bayley now trying to play up to the crowd still. Celebrating the victory. Bayley is your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Well, there you see right there, that man definitely knowing his own thoughts about this situation. As Bayley, with the help of Sasha Banks, just became your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Why did Sasha Banks do that? I don't know what to say. Well, either way, though, Bayley using the help of Sasha Banks, perhaps Big E will use the help of his New Day cohorts, as Big E, 1/3 of the New Day, is looking to challenge for the WWE Championship. He's going up against Kevin Owens. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is set to be a hell of a fight. And there you see the challenger Big E making his way to the ring, throwing around Bootio boxes of cereal. You can get those at shopwwe.com as always. Of course, it's also Kofi Kingston throwing out some pancakes. Xavier Woods with his trusty trombone. These three guys, obviously, as you can tell through their demeanor, even though this is a very serious situation that they found themselves in within this WWE Championship matchup, just know this. These guys, they still love to have some fun. They love to play to the crowd. They love to be a bit goofy, but they are incredible athletes. Let's not forget that. Okay, three of the best performers on this planet. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. And it seems as though Woods also is an incredible trombone player, as you can hear. And you can hear the crowd going, New Day rocks to the trombone. And that's one key difference between this act and Kevin Owens. Okay, Big E, there you see. He's playing to the crowd. He loves to have fun. He loves to talk to the people. He loves to create this bond with all of these tremendous fans watching. However, let's look at the other side of the coin. Okay, Big E, there you see. He knows that this is very serious, but yet, coming down to the ring, he's loving to have some fun. And perhaps he's going up against a man who, no matter what, will not party, will not celebrate. He doesn't give a damn. Okay, he just cares about being the best. He doesn't care about celebrating his victories. He doesn't go out and party. He doesn't go out and have fun with his friends. He doesn't have any friends. Sure, that's a cold thing to say. However, Kevin Owens, all he cares about is his family, his wife, his children, and his titles. Okay, Kevin Owens, he doesn't care about any of the other performers, while Big E has a strong, strong bond with Kofi Kingston, with Xavier Woods. Kevin Owens, he doesn't make friends. He makes future enemies. The moment Kevin Owens starts to warm up to you is the moment you have to start looking over your shoulder. As Kevin Owens, there you see the current WWE and Intercontinental Championship. Let's not forget about that all illustrious and prestigious white strap. The title that he retained in absolutely disgusting fashion on the last episode of SmackDown. Okay, it was the main event. Kevin Owens, he had Eric Young, the challenger, beat. He had him in a package piledriver position. He connected, and that should have been it. However, no, instead, Kevin Owens, he wanted to send a message to Big E. He wanted to decimate Eric Young with a powerbomb onto the ring apron. Absolutely disgusting. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens is looking to do the same thing to Big E. But Big E, look at the raw power, the size of Big E. It's going to be very difficult to even get a punch in on Big E. Okay, sure, he's a massive target. However, let's not forget Big E. He's incredibly powerful. He might not let Kevin Owens fight, as Kevin Owens immediately gets a shot all right with that clothesline. One. No, and only a one count. They're out of the gate with a huge running clothesline lariat. However, right now, these two men are going. Big E with the belly to belly, and the big man takes him down. One. No, and again, only a one count, this time on Kevin Owens. Big E in the orange, red, and yellow attire. Kevin Owens, well, there you see in the all black, which is pretty symbolic, don't you think, of his entire personality? Oh my god, and there you see Kevin Owens rolls to the outside, and I don't think he realized just how devastating Big E was going to be in this matchup. I mean, hell, he won a gauntlet match to get into this fight, beating 4 other competitors. That's Kevin Owens. Oh, come on, really going after Kofi Kingston, sorry. Come on, this is ridiculous, and now, oh god, no. Oh god, connecting with the clothesline, taking down Xavier Woods as well. And now here we go, Big E going after him here. After Kevin Owens just decided to hit a few cheap shots. Oh my god! And now with the stunner immediately out of the gate. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count on Big E. Kevin Owens trying to rip apart the entirety of the New Day, as you just saw. Okay, 2 clotheslines to Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, who have seemed to have gotten up. However, right now, Big E is the one who's down on the ground before getting picked up in his own right, this time with the raw power of Kevin Owens. Both men incredibly powerful, incredibly athletic. You never know what you're going to get when fighting these two men. Okay, Big E, he has definitely started to create a bit of a spotlight on himself over these past few weeks, winning that gauntlet match And now tonight, he's looking to win the WWE Championship. Okay, Big E needs this matchup. He's only starting to gain some momentum for himself. However, right now, Kevin Owens not allowing him to gain any. Trying to cave the damn mat in with the size of both men. 1, 2. No, and again, only a 2 count. As Big E, there you see, getting up. Big E gets up behind him, and it looks like he's pissed off. He goes to pick him up. However, there you see Kevin Owens, very quick thinking, gets out of it, punches him. No, oh god, wait a second. No. Pop-up power bomb on Big E. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count again. Big E somehow kicking out of the pop-up power bomb. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, as I was mentioning before, Big E's got a lot of heart, he's got a lot of determination. He realizes this is his moment. His moment to shine here in World Wrestling Entertainment. However, right now, Kevin Owens is looking to let the star of Big E fade out. And he's looking to retain his championship. However, there you see Big E. Okay, this star right now is absolutely fading as... Oh, wait a second, perhaps not, as now a boot right to the face. Oh my god, and then there you see. Crushing blow there. Runs out of the corner and now runs off the ropes into a splash flying high into the air. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. The raw size of Big E all coming down at once on the stomach of Kevin Owens, and yet he still gets up before being met with a punch right to the jaw. And now, oh wait a second, oh wait, there you see the 2 big men colliding. Shoulder tackle by both men, however, neither man going down. However, Big E right now seems to have something in mind. Throws him over, and oh god, what is this? Oh no, wait, Big E. Big E! Big E! The crowd chanting, "This is awesome," but oh my god, the spear to the outside. He had to have landed hard on that one. Okay, that was a spear to the outside. I don't think he landed on his feet at all. However, he's still on his feet as he drops down after the spear to the outside. The big ending. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, only a 2 count. Big E, following a series of devastating maneuvers, it looked like he was about to become WWE Champion. And yet Kevin Owens kicks out of the big ending. As Kofi and Xavier watch on from the outside in full support of their New Day brethren. As Kofi Kingston watches Kevin Owens getting sent to the top, and it looks like Xavier Woods is joining him, watching this as both men, oh god, this ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be good. Off the top superplex. But there you see Big E slow to get up. Okay, superplex hurts both competitors. 1, 2. No, and it looked like Big E was hoping that it hurt Kevin Owens a hell of a lot more, and sure as hell it did. However, he thought that he had the victory following a devastating superplex off the top. As now Kevin Owens, with a kick right to the gut. Oh, and then another one there into the stunner and the cover, following another stunner here. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count again. Kevin Owens trying to desperately keep Big E down for the count, and yet he somehow can't do it. Big E, okay, he's had a lot of big fights over the past few weeks. This might be the biggest. Absolutely, this is the biggest match in his career. WWE Championship matchup. As Kevin Owens ducks underneath. Oh god, and then connects. Big E splashing down onto the mat. However, Kevin Owens right now still being met with punishment by Big E, bouncing him off the ropes. Ducks underneath that one. Seems to have something in mind. Belly to belly, perhaps. Oh god, but Kevin Owens using those strong rights, getting out of that predicament. Oh god, wait a second. Kevin Owens! Package pile driver! 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens and Big E going to war here tonight. And yet, as you just saw, Kevin Owens absolutely winning this war. Now I have to admit, I mean, I don't particularly like to play favorites, but I absolutely was in this one. Okay, as soon as Big E hit the spear to the outside, as soon as he hit the big ending, I was hoping so hard. Okay, I was wishing so hard that would keep Kevin Owens down. And then after the superplex, I was praying that Owens would stay down, because the cockiness of Kevin Owens, the absolute destruction of Kevin Owens over on SmackDown has just been devastating. And yet, there you see, no matter what happens, Kevin Owens remains on top of SmackDown. He's still the Intercontinental Champion, and he's still the WWE Champion. However, right now, it's time to turn our attention from SmackDown's WWE Champion over to Raw's Universal Champion. The leader of the club, Finn Balor, is looking to defend his Universal Championship against the leader of the Undisputed Era in Adam Cole. And here we go. There you see him, the challenger, looking for a fight. Okay, he won the King of the Ring tournament to get here. He battled so many competitors in order to get here. He had to choose between Kevin Owens, the WWE and Intercontinental Champion, on SmackDown, or Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw. And you gotta think that Adam Cole's choice to face off against Finn Balor was a little bit of an egotistical choice. Okay, because perhaps Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era, when making that choice to fight against Finn Balor, had one thought in mind. Perhaps he had to think, you know what? The club have tried to become the most dominant faction, the most destructive stable on Monday Night Raw. The Undisputed Era and the club, you have to think, the two most devastating stables on Monday Night Raw were just building up, perhaps, to this epic encounter. The club and the Undisputed Era have been brawling for the past few weeks, ever since Cole made his choice. And tonight, we're going to see if that choice, all those brawls, will pay off here for Adam Cole. Or perhaps will Finn Balor do what he did at the last Survivor Series pay-per-view? Okay, because you see, this pay-per-view is very important to him. Finn Balor won the World Heavyweight Championship, which then turned into the Universal Championship that he wears around his waist. Okay, he won that World Heavyweight title back at Survivor Series last year. He beat Aleister Black in order to do it. Of course, the man who will be main eventing against The Undertaker following this matchup. However, Finn Balor, he beat Aleister Black at Survivor Series last year. He formed what we know today as the club at that event. Okay, we watched as Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson joined Finn Balor at Survivor Series last year. We didn't quite know why they were out here alongside Finn Balor, but through the course of the match, we saw as Gallows and Anderson decided to constantly butt in on the matchup, constantly trying to help Finn Balor, and then, of course, Finn Balor won the World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, so this pay-per-view 1 year ago was the start of this absolutely destructive stable. Tonight, Finn Balor is looking to once again gain a victory at Survivor Series. He's looking to retain his Universal Championship against a very, very dangerous competitor, against the leader of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole. But it ain't gonna be an easy task, you know this. Adam Cole, he has so much heart within him, so much determination. Okay, he won the King of the Ring tournament, beating likes of Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, and those two wins have garnered a lot of respect from a lot of the people in the back. However, one man that does not respect Adam Cole in the slightest, a very disrespectful man in general, is none other than Finn Balor. Okay, some would argue he shouldn't even be Universal Champion right now, but of course, it's all down to the antics of the club. Okay, having AJ Styles join him in order to retain the Universal Championship. Finn Balor, ladies and gentlemen, he's looking for a fight, and he's getting it. Okay, he retained it against Brock Lesnar due to the help of AJ Styles. However, after the loss for AJ Styles, he ain't going to be out here after that devastating and truthfully brutal matchup against Brock Lesnar. Same thing can go for Gallows and Anderson when facing off against Kyle and Fish. Everybody that's been a part of the club tonight has lost. Will Finn Balor replicate that as the bell rings and does the too sweet immediately, disrespecting Adam Cole? Immediate sign of the club with that too sweet. And right now, here we go. These two incredibly gifted athletes are battling it out right now. Finn Balor, however, so far has the upper hand with that headlock. But Adam Cole gets one in on his own, with an elbow right to the back of the head. Both men incredible technical wrestlers, of course. You've also got a lot of agility, a lot of speed, and a lot of swagger when walking down the ramp and into the ring. And if it wasn't for Finn Balor and his stable with Gallows, Anderson, and Styles, some would argue that he could be very likable. However, right now, Finn Balor, his cockiness... Hold on, one. No, and only a one count. His cockiness typically gets the better of him whenever he's lost a matchup, and quite frankly, that's a very rare thing for him to do. He very rarely loses. Adam Cole, just within the past few months, has lost so many things. He's lost the United States Championship, for instance, against Rey Mysterio at SummerSlam. Goes for the cover now. One. No, and only a one count. As Finn Balor was main eventing the show against Shinsuke Nakamura. And now another roll up. Here we go. One. No, and this time only a one count. Now Adam Cole and Balor fighting here tonight. Oh. However, it's Adam Cole who gets sent into the corner. Runs towards Finn Balor, but very quick to move out of the way. Balor, of course, has got a lot of, incredible agility. Adam Cole, you could say the same thing. A lot of people have compared both of these guys to Shawn Michaels, one of the best professional wrestlers in the world ever. Okay, in the history of this great sport, as right now, Adam Cole, wait a second, grabbing Finn Balor, stopping him dead in his tracks before taking him down here. One, two. No, and only a two count. It's going to take a lot for Adam Cole in order to defeat Finn Balor here tonight. But if anybody can do it, well, my God, I think Adam Cole could. Okay, no Undisputed Era, no club. It's just Finn Balor versus Adam Cole here tonight in Raw's main event matchup. Finn Balor in the blue, white, and black attire. Adam Cole in the green and yellow. Oh, with the super kick there, however, by Adam Cole. Turns it around and connects. And the cover. One, two. No, and only a two count super kick into the German. Beautiful transition, yet it didn't get the job done. As Finn Balor gets sent into the corner now, Adam Cole and Finn Balor, a bit of a slower pace than you would expect between these two men. However, perhaps they're just trying to save their energy. As now, wait a second, he goes for a kick, perhaps trying to set up the last shot. He typically goes for that kick to the knee before hitting that devastating finishing knee to the back of the skull. However, right now, Finn Balor going after the skull of Adam Cole with these forearms. And now the strikes. Here we go. Adam Cole, oh my God, and Finn Balor, both of those two men just flying to the outside there, crashing, but Adam Cole is down while Finn stands back up. And the count of two, and there you see Finn Balor taunting Adam Cole while he's on the ground on the outside. And oh, look at that. Okay, I mentioned earlier the cockiness of Finn Balor, this time being put on display. Letting Adam Cole just stay on the outside, saying, look at me, I'm in the ring, while you're on the outside. Okay, literally standing above him as Adam Cole pushes Finn Balor off, pushes him towards those very same ropes that both men just flew over a few moments ago. And now it's Finn Balor who flies to the outside due to a clothesline by Adam Cole. And there you see now it's Adam Cole who's challenging Finn Balor. Oh, and look at that. Adam Cole saying, come on, let's go, let's fight. And of course, Adam Cole, that Adam Cole baby chant that the crowd just loves to chant. Okay, he's got a lot of people on his side right now. Finn Balor, out of these two men, is the most hated man in that ring. Okay, I don't particularly know the opinions on the referee, of course. The official that will count the pin, submission, or count out, or, of course, disqualification. Hopefully, those last two don't particularly happen. It's now Finn Balor. Wait a second, what is this? Oh my god! Finn Balor throwing Adam Cole to the outside, and then joining him with that DDT, spiking the top of Adam Cole's skull onto the ring apron. My god. As Adam Cole is not looking good. Finn Balor goes to run towards him. However, as you can see, the energy that he's already used thus far in this matchup. Oh god, with the running dropkick. The energy consumption that Finn Balor has been met with. 1, 2, no, has been put to good use so far. However, he couldn't capitalize on throwing him in the corner. Perhaps he had something in mind, but he realized in that instant that he just couldn't perform it. But instead, he hit a devastating dropkick as Adam Cole was met with those boots. Now, wait a second. He goes to pick him up. Suplex position. However, he gets a knee to the top of the head. Does Adam Cole. And Finn Balor throws him across the ring again. And here we go. Oh, with that chop to the chest. And perhaps this is what he had in mind with a dropkick again. This time to the side of the head. Adam Cole did not expect it. As Finn Balor connects. Brutal. A brutal dropkick there by the champion. The Universal Champion. As he pushes him off there, there's Adam Cole, however, kicks him in the knee. Wait a second. Speaking of knees, with the last shot. We have a new champion. 1, 2, 3. No, and only a 2 count there. Adam Cole somehow, some way, had this huge gasp of air, of momentum that he tried to build for himself with that last shot. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Balor is up, and both men are going to war as Balor picks up Cole. Oh, and again with a kick to the side of the head. This is a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? As right now, Balor, ducks underneath. Drop kick, no. Adam Cole had it scouted. These two men back and forth so far. My god. Adam Cole going for a cover here. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Okay, a roll-up's a roll-up. Guaranteed. I mean, it's a win, all right. Okay, trying to go for a roll-up there. However, now it's Finn Balor with a roll-up of his own. 1, 2. No, wait a second. No, he gets out of it. However, he turns it. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Both men trying to gain the victory. Trying to leave with the Universal Championship. Okay, we saw Toni Storm get a roll-up victory over Shayna Baszler earlier on. And tonight, Balor, wait a second, going for a roll-up again. And the cover now, 1, 2, 3, and oh my god, wait a second. Whoa, well, a series of roll-ups there by both men. And in the end, Finn Balor sneaking away with the victory and the Universal Championship. However, you've got to think it was very well earned. Okay, on this night, Finn Balor caught him. Okay, however, Adam Cole caught him with a few good strikes. We get the super kick into the German, the last shot, but you can say the same thing about Finn Balor. The multitude of drop kicks right to the skull, and of course the DDT. I will admit, as a viewer as well, a bit disappointing. But in the end, Finn Balor, he did it. And there you have him. He's the Universal Champion. However, ladies and gentlemen, as Finn Balor celebrates the victory, Adam Cole clearly pissed off right now. It's the main event. Aleister Black versus The Undertaker. No, I don't think I have to tell you about the magnitude of this matchup. Okay, this is the final clash between these two men. Aleister Black and The Undertaker have been battling on and off again for years now. Each man holds a victory over the other. Tonight, it's the rubber match. Tonight, here at Survivor Series, it is the main event of the evening. We've got the dead man. We've got the phenom himself, The Undertaker, taking on, perhaps some would argue, the new phenom in WWE, Aleister Black. Now, of course, if you don't know the history of this great feud that we've seen between these two men. A few years back at WrestleMania, Aleister Black did the seemingly unthinkable. He beat The Undertaker. We've seen it with Brock Lesnar, and we've seen it with Aleister Black. Okay, Aleister Black beat The Undertaker 1, 2, 3. It wasn't some roll-up pin like Finn Balor had against Adam Cole, which I'm being told right now Adam Cole is furious backstage, and he wants and is demanding a rematch. I don't know about that. Okay, King Booker trying to calm him down. The rest of the Undisputed Era also trying to calm him down. However, right now, this crowd is about to be worked up into a frenzy. This is a main event epic. I can guarantee you that. Aleister Black, there you see him, making his way to the ring. These two chilling and exciting presences that will be meeting for the final time. The Undertaker has talked a lot over the past few weeks about the finalization of his career, the conclusion of his story here in WWE. However, Aleister Black knows that it's impossible to keep the dead man down. He knows that when going up against The Undertaker, you have to do everything you are willing to do to put him down. And tonight, Aleister Black, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Okay, perhaps he might have a confidence issue going into this matchup. Okay, the last time these two fought, it was Undertaker versus Aleister Black 2. After Aleister Black successfully beat The Undertaker. The Undertaker struck back with a fury. And as such, The Undertaker at the last WrestleMania beat Aleister Black. Some would call it impossible. Some would call it a fever dream. But perhaps Aleister Black can do what he did a few years ago and beat that man getting his revenge. However, The Undertaker wants to get his own revenge. Okay, sure, he beat Aleister Black a year ago. However, he knows for a fact that that does not make him better. He does not have the definitive proof that he is better than Aleister Black. Tonight, it's all about competition. It's all about respect between these two men. Okay, we heard from Undertaker earlier on. There's no hatred. However, there's also no love loss. As the dead man, the veteran, 2 decades plus in this industry, we've seen him go through so many different phases in his life. And right now, on this most recent phase in his life, The Undertaker is looking to have another huge accolade. He wants to say that he can defeat the WWE's newest phenom. He wants to see, however, also, if Aleister Black has what it takes to become the new phenom. Aleister Black knows that a victory over The Undertaker tonight will mean so much to his career. It will go down in history as the moment in which he became the biggest star in WWE. The Undertaker, however, also knows that if he wants to keep his own legacy intact, if he wants to still be the leader of the WWE, then the dead man himself is going to have to pull out all the stops and beat Aleister Black. Both men know they can defeat the other. Tonight, it's the grudge match. Tonight, it's the main event. Tonight, it's a fight. And it's going to be a fight until one of these men cannot get up. Do not expect some sort of fluke roll-up. Do not expect some sort of disqualification. Tonight, it's a fight. And here we go. As Alistair and Taker, here we go. Oh, and Aleister Black immediately running in with the knee to the gut. And another one for good measure. Aleister Black having the purple and black attire. Taker, it's just all black for him. As right now, Aleister Black with these strong kicks. These absolute knockout blows to any other man. However, the Phenom, the dead man, is still up and fighting. Okay, he hasn't been taken down yet. And oh, wait a second. As soon as I say that, Aleister Black takes down The Undertaker. This is your main event of the evening, with Taker being sent to the outside. Clothesline connection as Aleister Black, oh god, already perhaps going into the air, flies onto, oh my god, flying Undertaker, but Taker catches him. Taker catches him. Last ride on the outside. And the Undertaker, with a brief showcase of power, catching Aleister Black mid-air, turning it into a devastating last ride. And there you see Aleister Black. He ain't looking so good. Oh, or perhaps he is, as now once again a brief showing of agility by Black. And then that incredible striking game that he's known for with the knee. And the cover now, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Already taken so many strikes did Undertaker in the opening moments of this matchup. But yet, still only a 2 count. Aleister Black can't keep him down as the dead man gets up with a big punch right to the jaw of Black. As Aleister now throws him into the corner. Undertaker gets taken back down, and Taker's not looking so good. Aleister Black, of course, he's beaten Rusev in the past few weeks. He's beaten Robert Roode. We haven't seen Taker wrestle since WrestleMania. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count following a devastating double stomp, trying to cave in the stomach, the gut of the dead man. There's now, oh, wait a second, Taker, he isn't looking good at all. Undertaker goes, oh! Undertaker was about to get a running knee right to the face, but instead the Undertaker reverses. And, oh god, throws Aleister Black into the corner there, just launching him. Okay, as I said before, there's no real hatred between these two, but my god, it doesn't matter. It's a fight, and they know it. It's a fight to prove who's better. It's a fight who can say that they are better than the other man within the confines of the squared circle, within the confines of hand-to-hand combat. As Undertaker now, speaking of hands, his hand connects with the throat as the choke slam to Aleister Black here on this main event of Survivor Series. Of course, the Undertaker, as Finn Balor is, he's very synonymous with Survivor Series, making his in-ring debut at this very event all those years ago. However, right now, Aleister Black looks to take him down permanently. As Black goes for a kick to the gut. Taker, however, catches him. Oh! But now he gets caught there with that punch by Black, and then there you see, turning it into a knee. Goes for an Irish whip, pulls him back. Perhaps playing with the psyche of the dead man, and then he goes after the skull with that knee right to the jaw, that running knee, and again a cover here. 1, 2, 3. No, and only a 2 count there. Black does not keep him down, at least yet. At least not yet, ladies and gentlemen. As, oh, with that double stomp there to the gut. Undertaker, however, moves out of the way of that one, catching him. Oh god, wait a second. Alistair. Oh, Tombstone connects! Tombstone out of nowhere by the dead man! And the cover! 1, 2, 3. No, and only a 2 count there following a tombstone. A Hail Mary of a tombstone there. And perhaps now, look at him. He's got his hand up. He's prepping for something. Perhaps the choke slam. Perhaps looking to take a page out of Kane's playbook. But no, instead, he decides to hit him with a big punch. And now, oh, he gets a forearm for his troubles. Oh, but now it's Black who gets another punch for his troubles. And then another forearm. These two men going to war here. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Black Mass connecting, but not getting the 3, and Black can barely believe it. However, of course, Taker's kicked out of one of those before. Aleister Black knows that, as he's got Taker on the rope. Seems to have something in mind here, but instead, he gets a big forearm shot by the dead man before entering back into the ring. And now here we go. Taker, following a devastating Black Mass, is still in the matchup with those punches, with those shots right to the head. Okay, Aleister Black returning, or announcing his returning at King of the Ring just a month ago, before immediately making an impact on SmackDown in the main event against Rusev, getting a victory and calling out the dead man for one last matchup. And right now, we're watching it, we're witnessing as Alistair and Taker. 1, 2, No! Both men crashing into the mat, and oh god, Taker, he just sits up. He sits up, and the dead man, he's pissed off. Here we go, clothesline connecting. Oh! And then the back body drop, and now another maneuver. They're dropping him on his back again with that spine buster by the dead man. A very rare spine buster by Undertaker, yet he still hits it, perhaps going for a tombstone there. However, instead, he gets a clothesline taking him down. Aleister Black points down at Taker. He seems to have something in mind, not too sure. He's feeling it here with that punch to the gut. And now a clothesline connecting. And another one for good measure. Taker, goes for a kick. But he gets met with a kick of his own, tripping him up there. The dead man falling down hard. However, the Undertaker gets up. And oh god, chokeslam position. And another one connects. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, and only a 2 count again. Both men have so much to prove here in this main event. As Taker with the big right hand by the dead man throws him across the ring, seems to have something in mind. Aleister Black, he's in a position where he does not want to be in there. However, right now, he puts Undertaker in that very same position before throwing him back down to the mat following a vicious running forearm strike. As Alistair goes to pick him up, Taker strikes back. As now, once again, we're in a stalemate back and forth matchup. We're seeing here as Aleister Black off the Irish whip connects there with the double stomp. And oh god, Alistair seems to have something in mind here. Moonsault position. Oh god, but wait a second. Taker catches him. Off the moonsault and connects with the tombstone again. A second tombstone. It's over. 1, 2, 3. No. Catching Alistair in mid-air. And yet Alistair kicks out of a tombstone pile driver. The second one, ladies and gentlemen, as this fight continues on. Aleister Black with the punch to the gut, and now going for some more strikes. However, Taker now with a strike of his own, with the knee right to the stomach, and then the forearm shot by Black. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a brawl. An absolute brawl between these two men. And there you see the back and forth punches, kicks, strikes. He's got him here, however. He's got the arm of Black, who's looking a bit tired right now, following 2 tombstone pile drivers. I can't blame him. Both men incredibly hurt as Taker climbs the ropes and connects there, going a bit old school right now. Undertaker, as always, making it look so damn easy to balance on top of those ropes. As the Undertaker seems to have something in mind here, goes for a punch. But instead, he wants to go for the Black Mass, did Aleister Black. However, right now, Aleister Black missing, and perhaps he realizes that, ladies and gentlemen, was a big flaw as a slap to the face by the dead man. He goes to pick him up now, seems to have something in mind, tombstone position perhaps. However, right now, Aleister Black reverses. Aleister Black reverses, tripping up the dead man, and now once again we're back at a stalemate with these back and forth strikes, punches, whatever you can name, these two men are hitting with him. Okay, this was a no DQ match. I guarantee you a kitchen sink would have already been introduced as Aleister Black and The Undertaker are battling. No, wait a second. Taker. Oh, wait, look at that. Goes for a cover here. Roll up. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. Undertaker. Very rare show of agility. Never particularly one to use those ropes in that way. However, Undertaker turns around. Oh my god, and Alistair! Black Mass! And the cover 1, 2, 3. No! Oh my god, even Black looks stunned. Just as stunned as my face right now. As stunned as the people in the audience. The Undertaker has kicked out of a second Black Mass. And Alistair realizes that he's gonna have to perhaps kill the dead man himself. As Taker there with the elbow strikes. Oh, connecting. Dropping Aleister Black down on the top of his head with that back suplex to cover 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count off the back suplex. What is it going to take for either of these men? Either of these machines here tonight as the dead man throws Alistair to the outside. Taker looks down at Black. He seems to have something in mind. The referee starting the count. Alistair starting to get up here and Taker. Oh wait, Taker. Taker! Flying to the outside, ladies and gentlemen. With the dive all the way to the floor onto Aleister Black. The count of 4 by the ref and Taker. Not a man to fly typically. Connects. And now he rolls him over, goes for the pinfall. 1, 2. No, and Alistair kicks out. And oh god, wait a second, now it's Black who does the trademark sit-up. He does the trademark sit-up following the dive. However, now it's Black who dives on top of that rope, on the top rope, by the forces of the Phenom. As the Undertaker perhaps setting him up for a choke slam. Aleister Black, however, back facing Taker. Typically not a smart strategy. However, if he turned around, perhaps that could have been the end of it, as Taker was setting up a choke slam. However, right now, Alistair and Taker are battling, they're brawling, and once again, as I've stated so many times before in this matchup, they're at a stalemate. Choke slam now, however, Aleister Black now strikes back with the elbows, and then he strikes back with a kick right to the side of the head. And the cover now, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. And now it's Undertaker who sits up. Both men just fighting here as Taker, oh god, tombstone position. A trifecta of tombstones perhaps to take down Alistair, but Alistair gets out of it. Black Mass out of nowhere. Alistair gets out of it. 1, 2, 3, and he does it. Aleister Black getting out of that perhaps final nail in the coffin by the dead man himself. My god, what a main event fight we just witnessed between The Undertaker and Aleister Black. Oh my god. Not 1, not 2, but 3 black masses, just barely able to get out of the clutches of the dead man. And there you see a tombstone right there. That's exactly what Undertaker had in mind once again for another tombstone. But instead, Aleister Black realized the danger, getting out of it, and then used that incredible speed, turning it into another black mass. Both of these guys have nothing to be ashamed of. But in the end, Aleister Black just proved that he is truly better than The Undertaker. And there you see him, Black, sitting in his ring, his yard, as we close out this incredible Survivor Series event. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this one, as Alistair celebrates his victory.